Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai. You saw my article that got published in the official Liverpool FC website. Actually, it's been published again on the BBC football website. Would you looky? Onwards and upwards, you'll never walk alone. By the way, to celebrate the growth of this channel and opening of the studio, I'm giving away Miyazaki's own finest karamen. Translucent, mincemeat, spring onion, garlic, egg. It's chewy, it's delicious. It's tasty. Now this is the spicy kara ramen of your dreams. It's not like tonkotsu ramen, pork bone broth ramen, or salt shio ramen, shoyu, soy sauce for example. This is Miyazaki's own finest. If you can't take spice, we've got a tomato variant right here, very tasty, not too spicy. This one is the spiciest of the bunch. This is proper kara chili, and this is normal. Good flavor, a little bit spicy. So, how are you gonna win this? Let me know in the comments below who you think will be Liverpool FC's first signing of the summer transfer window. Put the predictions down in the comments below and maybe why you think they're going to be the first signing. For everyone who gets the right answer, I'm going to put your name in one of those random spin wheels, and the first 3 names that come out win a ramen flavor of your choice. I've got several down below in the kitchen, so let me know the ramen choice you want. Get in touch on Discord and let me know your shipping address and I'll send it to you for free. But today's video is not about spicy ramen, even though delicious. Today's video is around the most important signing, the most important position, centre back. Now we're going to need a centre back to take over the reins from Virgil van Dijk. He's in the last year, he's aging a little bit, but he's reached the pinnacle of world football. He's been the best defender, I don't know for how many years in the recent seasons. He's come back to form after a terrible injury. He trusts his body again, and now under Arne Slot, he wants to lead the transition. He's Liverpool FC's captain and we're going to need him to perform. Luckily, he's not injury prone, just a bad injury from Pickford, unfortunately, that T-Rex. So, with that position in mind, who do we get in the centre-back position? Now, Virgil van Dijk, as a saviour, as a solution, as a captain, is absolutely epitome of a Liverpool FC player. But he's also one of the biggest problems, because how do you convince a left-sided centre-back to join, knowing that they'll play behind Van Dijk, that he's number one, he's not often rotated, and to get into rotation, they must have something about them. They're going to sit on the bench for the majority of the season, unless they can play other positions, such as the right-sided centre-back, where they'll be challenging Joe Gomez, Ibu Konate, Joel Matip, has now left Liverpool, so that is no longer an option. Striding through the midfield, you know, like Moses parting the sea, Endo and McAllister splitting the midfield, and off you go, Matip through the centre and get the assist or get the goal. I love that giraffe run. So Kwanzaa also deserves minutes in the centre back. He's proved his worth. Top wonder kid, now called Gareth Southgate's England squad for the Euros. I hope he makes it. I need to do a video actually on how Gareth Southgate can get the most out of Liverpool FC's 4 players. I hope all make it. Joe Gomez, Curtis Jones, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jarell Quansah. Well done for getting called up. I think this player has to have something about them to really get into that Liverpool centre-back lineup. Now we look at the first one, Goncalo Inacio, Sporting. We've been linked with him. Apparently we're quids in on him. But I think it's a no-no. The reasons why? He's not dominant in the air. In terms of physicality, not just in the air, aerially, he's also not dominant in a one-to-one challenge, in the shoulder shrug, you know, give a bit of that. I don't think Goncalo Inacio is the one. Also, he plays in a free, and he always plays in a free, and he's very well versed in the left-sided free slot under Ruben Amorim, and we have been linked with him, obviously, because of that Amorim link previously. However, as a standalone player in a 4 at the back, the Liverpool play, I don't know. And as a left-back, questionable. It's his passing, it's Inacio's passing that really stands out. The short pass, the long pass variant, his coolness on the ball, the composure, playing out from the back. But we have Van Dijk for that. We have Konate who's able to do that as well. Gomez is very comfortable. Trent, Robertson, whoever you want to play is very comfortable. So he doesn't really add, you know, to that lineup. But I think it's gossip, it's media, his agent is trying to get him a move while his stock is high. I don't think it's a starter. If you're looking at a Sporting centre-back, you're probably going to look at Diomande. Diomande is linked to Manchester United as well. Physical, great attributes, dominant in the air, decent pace as well. He's really physically imposing and dominant. You have Van Dijk, Ibu Konate and Diomande. Wow, that would be an imposing Titan. Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan, great anime. Ibu Konate loves that pose. But I don't think we're after Diomande because we have Ibu Konate who's of the same persona and same prototype, and we probably don't need that profile of player. So I'm going to whitewash them. But look at Hincapie, right? Hincapie, we've linked to Hincapie because of the fact that Leverkusen, with Xabi Alonso was linked to Liverpool. Now he's just gone undefeated in the Bundesliga, won the German Championship, won the German Cup as well. Left-sided centre-back, but can play in a 4 more importantly, and is more well-versed in the left-back position, transitioning into a back 3 alongside Van Dijk, potentially Ibu Konate, allowing Trent to really roam into that 6th position, really roam into the right-sided midfield position, really roam into the right-sided 8th position, into the Mazzala right-sided position, into the right-sided trequartista, allowing him to do what he needs to do, because Trent on the edge of the box ball came down, thumped it into the side netting for England, scored a crucial 2nd goal. Trent is a whiz. He needs the time and space to go into the areas of most effect, get him on the ball to do his thing, which is why he doesn't need to start in midfield, because he's never started in midfield against quality opposition. He'll get pressed to hell. So having someone like Hincapie on the left releases Trent to go, well versed in transitioning into a formidable defensive 3, and he can add something as well in the left side half space defensive quadrant next to the 6 as well, and he's well versed as a left-sided centre-back. And I think the bonus with Hincapie as well is the fact that I don't think he'll be demanding a first-team start straight away, for the fact that he got a bad injury, and at Leverkusen as well, he's been rotated, he's been in a rotation as well. Now that he's come back to form towards the latter part of the season, he's always started, but he hasn't always been a starter throughout the season. He's a useful option, and I think he would understand his place in the Liverpool squad, and that would be a really well-balanced set of centre-backs. I think Hincapie will cost about 40-45 million pounds, and be well worth it, because then you have that Van Dijk successor, the left-sided centre-back, and it doesn't have to be a Van Dijk replacement. It could just be in the centre-back roster, the squad that allows you to rotate as and when needed for the particular match, any given match. Now, another potential option alongside Hincapie is Lenny Yoro. Now, Lenny Yoro reminds me of a young Rafa Varane. In fact, he's a mixture between Varane and Sergio Ramos in how comfortable he is with the ball, how able he is with the ball, how composed he looks, how cool he looks. Pretty imposing, pretty good in the air, looks like a proper footballer. He really looks like that young Sergio Ramos, can take the ball out as well, comfortable receiving the ball on both sides, can ping a ball as well, decent all-around characteristics, a great persona, but he's highly, highly regarded in world football. In fact, France have abundance of centre-back defensive talent. Theo Hernandez, Luca Hernandez, Koundé, Saliba, Ibu Konate, for example, all vying for those centre-back slots. It's going to be a very, very difficult fight in there, but Lenny Yoro is really highly regarded, and Real Madrid really want him, but they don't want to pay the huge fee that he would be commanding this summer. They want him to wind down his contract and demand a move to Real Madrid and get him on the cheap. I don't know if that's tapping up or whatnot, but Real Madrid always seems to get away with this. However, if he moves this summer, I think it'll be Liverpool over Man United, and I'd love it, because he looks like that type of player that is a statement signing, because of the fact that all the big clubs want him, and he's almost guaranteed at least a really good career. Maybe not the greatest of great careers, who knows, you can't predict that, right? I think Liverpool will turn anyone's career into a great career, because everyone wants to play for Liverpool, baby. Even in Japan, from France all the way to Norway, Sweden, wherever you want to go, Liverpool FC is the one representing. Anyway, I digress a little bit. Lenny Yoro would be a statement signing, but you're looking at 70 million pounds, for example, 80 million pounds, but he would be worth it, because that is a statement signing, and he'd be your centre-back option for the next 10 years, because centre-backs perform well into their 30s as well. However, as I mentioned, it's big competition, big price budget, and you have to convince him to come to Liverpool. And will he eventually push for a move to the Real Madrid, to the Barcelona? Who knows in the future. But compatriot Ibu Konate over there, Konate and Lenny Yoro, great. Van Dijk as well, really, really top tier. Now, other centre-back options that have potentially been linked, right? Pacho, William Pacho is very, very interesting, because he fits the criteria for a Liverpool signing. Slightly under the radar, a name that's only really prominently linked to Liverpool. He had an off-link to Spurs, off-link to Aston Villa before Sevilla as well. But Pacho seems like that young potential gem, like the Ibu Konate to the Upper Mancana, right? Who's waiting there in the wings to really explode. He's physically dominant, great in air, ball player, can receive the ball, comfortable as well. Decent price range as well. You're looking at 25, 30 million, 35 at most, I would assume. I think Pacho would be the smart signing, because he wouldn't instantly command a place. I'm not actually convinced he's better than Konate or Van Dijk or even early season Matip, for example, but he'd add to that mix, and really, I think that's the type of player that you go for. Then you have budget to chase the Mo Salah replacement, or potentially and a complement to Darwin Núñez up front, a different kind of striker where the ball sticks there, or even that dedicated playmaker, that number 10, that roaming playmaker who always hold the ball up there. Francesco Totti can do it, Del Piero can do it, someone that roams in and amongst the space between the midfield and the attacker and weaves and connects wings together, knowing that they've got that extra touch of class to really make the difference. I digress, we're going back to centre-backs here. And one centre-back that's continuously linked and will make sense for an abundance of reasons, especially if you consider that Joe Gomez is now kind of considered a fullback, right? Left-sided fullback in the absence of Andy Robertson. Costas Tsimikas can invert to 6th position, really comfortable on the ball, good at distributing the ball as well, or right back in lieu of Trent Alexander-Arnold, but you got Conor Bradley for that position now. So Gomez really finds his positioning the squad in a really awkward place, but Gomez is quality and he's homegrown and he never complains and he's dedicated and professional and seems to have got over his injury concerns as well. So Gomez is a vital member of the squad, and to complement that, especially with the homegrown quota, Mark Gahey at Crystal Palace, right? Safe, you know what you're going to get with him? It's kind of like the Nathan Ake signing at Manchester City. Took a while to establish himself, show what he's about, get used to the Guardiola Pep ball style of play. But Mark Gahey is used to the Premier League. His attributes are standout. Next to Joachim Andersen at Crystal Palace, they formed a formidable unit as well. And Palace are on the upwards turn. And no thanks in small part to Mark Gahey, because he really shows that he's capable of doing really impressive things in the Premier League. Either man marking or tracking a defender, tracking them into the channels as well. Front-footed defender, able to play back with the pressure, inviting the pressure on him, soaking it up and clearing the ball, hitting out to the wingers, distributing the ball as well. The homegrown factor cannot be underestimated, because you can never underestimate the fact that the homegrown quota allows you to import those expensive, foreign, top-tier talents of world football. You need that balance in the squad. He's young, he's English, and I think he'll be in demand as well. I would not be disappointed in Mark Gahey. Now, if we're sticking with English Premier League proven talent, of which Liverpool have utilised the transfer market really well, one close to home, Jad Brandtwaite. No, forget it. No one comes from Everton to Liverpool these days. Not going to happen. The backlash from the media and their club is too much to handle. Obviously, bitters, right? Yes, Lloyd Kelly at Bournemouth. His contract is up. We've made really good usage of the free transfer to Bosman transfer market. Named us Mark Bosman, by the way. 25-year-old Lloyd Kelly, homegrown English, can play left back and centre back. Really useful in that transitioning left back to centre back in a three-man back three, allowing Trent to push forward as well. He's close to home. He's Premier League proven. He's, I'd say, above average. He could be a squad filler, a utility player, because he wouldn't expect to start every week. And in those vital cup games, perhaps first rotation when you need to give Van Dijk a rest, reliable, steady Eddie. His all-around game is pretty decent, passing out from the back, hoofing it long into the wide channels as well, pressing up to join the base of the midfield, transitioning from left back, centre back, out wide, defending the channels as well. He could be the left-sided Ibu Konate. He's not as physically dominant, but he's versatile, he's adept, he's used to the Premier League. Free transfer, wouldn't ask for the most extortionate wages. I think he's quite linked to Newcastle United. They might be favourites to get him, but he'd be an intelligent signing, because he is basically another Joe Gomez for the squad, and he knuckle down, gets head down. He'd be a reliable, steady Eddie. I would look at him. For me, Lloyd Kelly is a yes. However, if you're looking at a higher potential, a higher ceiling for Premier League proven player, actually only came to the Premier League recently from Corinthians for 15 million to Nottingham Forest. You know who I'm talking about. Murillo. Murillo looks outstanding as a central defensive prospect. 21 years old and he's got a high ceiling. He could be in line to be a dominant centre-back, because he's looked a class above. He's tried his absolute best to keep Nottingham Forest away from danger. Unfortunately, alas, is what it is. The trees got chopped down. This isn't the Bellamy goal swing, by the way, knocking out John Arisa. They both scored against Barcelona. Actually, I've got a Bellamy top coming. Was that a secret? I don't know. I've got a lot of vintage Liverpool goods coming very soon, by the way. I'm going to let you guys in on it. 600 quid I spent ever since the BBC article and Liverpool FC article. I celebrated and rewarded myself a bit too much, 600 to 800 quid. But vintage Liverpool goods coming very soon. I'll showcase it for you guys. I digress once again, but yeah, I think Murillo is an outstanding centre-back prospect. He could play left and right-sided centre-back. He's just got an all-around game. He reminds me of a younger Thiago Silva, and isn't that a great thing? Although Thiago Silva really hit his pomp around 30 years old, Murillo, being only 21, could offer over a decade's worth of quality from the backup role to begin with. Really, he could be the Joe Gomez of the centre-back slot, now that Joe Gomez is of the full-back backup slot, right? Hano slot. We love our slot machine. Anyway, yeah, these are the Premier League proven defenders that I think would add something as a second line behind your Konate, behind your Van Dijk, obviously behind a Matip when he was here as well, behind your Jiro Quansah, and I think they would really play their part. But if you're looking further abroad, there are some particular names of interest. Maxence Lacroix at Wolfsburg is one to look out for, as well as Arthur Tietera at Stade Rennes. The reason why? The price range, 20 to 30 million for that young, up-and-coming potential star in the making who could play that back line behind Van Dijk and Ibu Konate and really adjust their way in. I think those particular type of defenders are ready to make the next step, and if they have a good performance in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, maybe in the group stages in the dead rubber, that kind of thing for the Champions League, it really could be the making of them, right? But one name that will never go away as long as Arne Slot is here is David Hanko. David Hanko at Feyenoord, right? Left-sided centre-back, who could play left back, coming from the Eredivisie, one of the top talents in the Eredivisie. He would come in and add Slovakian, following on from Martin Skrtel. Skrtel the Ninja Turtle. Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. You remember that show? I grew up on that. Master Splinter, the Rat, Shredder. I think they changed the name from Ninja Turtles to Hero Turtles or something because ninjas were censored for whatever reason. What? Nunchucks censored as well from a Soul Calibur game. I seem to remember that. But yeah, crazy censorship back in the day. Anyway, I digress again. David Hanko, right, is basically a fit for purpose defender that comes in straight into Arne Slot's lineup in the left back role if you want to invert, because he knows Arne Slot's system. He's been a reliable head. He's really gifted in passing the ball out from the back as well. His awareness of danger and actually his vision to distribute the ball, distribute the play at the right timing is crucial. 1v1s on the duels, he's pretty strong as well. In the air, he's reliable. And we've got a good track record as well with Slovakian players, with Skrtel being a mainstay of our team, even no matter how sporadic and inconsistent some performances may be. He was an absolute stalwart. Hardly ever got injured as well. Do you remember those iconic scenes with a bandage on his head? Looks like an absolute menace, an absolute beast. But actually, he was kind. He was a big old softie, wasn't he? And actually, Skrtel has hair. I don't know if you know now, but Skrtel with the hair, yeah, interesting look. But it was that age, right? The Manjevic, Martin Skrtel, the hard nut, fierce looking menace of a defender, the brute, the front-footed guy who just snaps into the challenge and absolutely smashes you. Branislav Ivanovic as well, that kind of caliber of player. I think David Hanko would suit Liverpool to a T, and having a track record with Arne Slot and a successful period under his tenureship, he'd be an intelligent signing as well. And it's just a case of what Liverpool, the hierarchy, Michael Edwards, Julian Ward, Richard Hughes are looking to do in that centre-back role. Are you looking for someone to compete in the first team rotation, right? So basically on the same line as Konate, Quansah, Van Dijk, in which case Hanko could be it. Lenny Yoro would definitely be it. I think Mark Gay and Lloyd Kelly would just be behind that line to begin with, as would Artur Theatre and Maxence Lacroix as well. They would be the kind of up-and-coming centre-back, same as Murillo as well. These are the ones who wouldn't mind bench time and would come on for the occasional game or to give the players a rest or for the rotation, especially during the cup matches as well. So it'll be very interesting to see the kind of mindset that we go for in terms of that centre-back. So who would be my preferences in terms of incomings? Number one, obviously, Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro probably has the highest caliber, world-renowned, world-regarded in terms of the next big thing. And in terms of centre-back, that could be a big difference between winning the title and coming second a few points off, because obviously when you have that mainstay at the heart of your defence, that consistency, that lack of injury, that rapport with your teammates, that communication, the upper echelon, a young Sergio Ramos, for example, I think he'd be a statement signing. Lenny Yoro, number one. Number two, Willian Pacho. Absolute menace, looks a beast, looks tailor-made for Liverpool in terms of physical dominance, another threat from set pieces. I like the look of this kid a lot. Number three, we're going to go with David Hanko. The reason why? He really wants to come to Liverpool. He openly admitted that Liverpool, come get me, yo. I'm coming with a slot adventure. Slot me right in the slot machine. I'm right there, baby. And wanting to come in Liverpool is really a big thing, you know. I want players who want to play for my club. Jared Brantwaite? I just want to do that. Nah, no chance. Don't need him anyway. Off you go to Man United. Inflated fee, please. Negotiamas. Make sure you subscribe. Lots of quality content coming up. Make sure you like the video. Smash that like. Only takes a second right now. Basically gets this video seen. We're growing massively big. I've got a few big surprises coming with you. One thing coming here, one thing coming here. Lots of things coming here and everywhere. Until next time, Miyazaki man. Ichiban. Janet. Ciao.